Are you overwhelmed as a parent trying to manage work hours, 6 loads of laundry, soccer practice, putting away groceries, picking up loose ends around the house, and then when you finally get to pause and think for yourself, you see your daughter on the sofa and have the horrifying thought, has Judy really been on the iPad for 4 hours already?
Hi, I'm Dr. Dusty.
And I'm Ray. We believe healthy living doesn't have to be complicated.
It starts with a new mindset and education.
Join in on our mission of living better every day.
I guess in this era, we all have this question as a parent. How do I use screen time effectively and not detrimentally for my children in this day and age?
Let's be honest, parents, that Judy situation has happened to all of us, intentionally or unintentionally. It's so tempting in that moment to allow just a few more minutes of screen time, even if it turns into 30, let's be honest, to check off a few more items that just need to get done because we don't have the energy to redirect our children to another activity.
And for all of you that says it's just a screen, the research is out. Too much screen time causes anxiety, depression, decreased brain function, addictive tendencies, decreased communication and relationship skills, sleep issues, and even decreased cognitive control. The list goes on and on and on.
Any element can be dangerous if excessively and improperly used. Take fire, for example. Once we honed in on how to properly use it, we could have delicious food and warm rooms. Then it takes just a hot second and poof, it destroys everything in its path.
Did you just make that up on the spot? Yeah. Look, let's not ignore the fact that technology, when used correctly, can be extremely helpful and practical for life learning and critical thinking. And we all want the best for our children. But like it or not, your child is going to grow up. And they're going to have to learn to manage their screen time just like they're going to have to manage their movement or nutrition. So let's give them a head start by addressing it while they're still young.
Today, kids don't know how to handle being bored, and this is a problem. Why? Because creativity, mentally and physically, can only happen when there is empty space allowed for it, and kids are usually bored when there's space and they immediately try to find something to fill it with. Don't let them be lazy all the time and fill it with digital entertainment. Good parenting means that kids sometimes have nothing to do. If kids aren't allowed to get bored, this could lead to overstimulation and a child is never allowed to have clever thoughts on their own. So, where do we draw the line? We need to define intent, establish healthy boundaries, explain why so they understand, don't tell, allow them the opportunity to choose the right thing, and then reinforce their choice.
If you're interested in learning more about defining intent, check out our blog link on this very topic in the description below.
Let's move on to some fun, creative, screen-free solutions that help redirect your child when times get challenging at home and on the go.
First off, avoid micromanaging your child. Build routines that include intentional screen-free time. What time of day does your child tend to get put onto a device or ask you for some screen time? That is the time to schedule in daily independent screen-free playtime. It's just that simple. Go to our Manage Screen Time, Not Screen Time video to get ideas on how to add this on a daily basis.
Also, have at-home activities prepared. As a parent, you want to have the right toys for your child to play with, but also you want to give them the opportunity to pick what toys they want to play with, instead of telling them how to play. You can't expect independence right away. It takes training to build independence. And here are some activities that you can prepare for. Activity bins, one for each day of the week.
How about some coloring books? Those are perfect.
Yeah, make a fun, creative reading corner, including audiobooks.
Love that. Have a bin full of dress-up clothes to play dress-up.
Yeah, and create a play and have them perform it for the family.
Maybe some puzzles, Legos, magnets.
Best of all, get outside, ride bikes, roller skate, skateboard, jump rope, chalk art, the bubbles and splash
sprinklers.
pool.
You can pop off a nice fire hydrant in the Bronx if you want to.
Make sure you have on-the-go items packed and ready to go, or else you run the risk of screen pacifying on your way through the day. Here are some on-the-go ideas. Again, a travel activity bin.
Some toy miniatures.
Some puzzles.
Joke books, ad-libs, would you rather, word puzzles, and riddles. Our family loved this for overall car rides.
I also enjoyed friendship bracelet patterns. You can have those anywhere.
And traceables, those are super fun.
Travel scavenger hunts. And finally, be patient with yourself and your child as you start implementing screen-free time. It takes time to adjust and get familiar with new habits and new choices.
It would be really irresponsible to throw all your screens into a bin and throw in the towel of learning how to manage screens responsibly. Avoiding screens altogether is not the solution. Technology has provided many helpful and beneficial roles in our lives. It would be a shame to avoid them altogether just because we are overwhelmed with learning how to manage it.
That's why we've created this video. Now, click on our Manage Screen Time, not Scream Time video to get ideas on how to add this on a daily basis. Hopefully you've enjoyed these at-home and on-the-go screen-free options that will help you manage screen time for your child and help you maximize the benefits of both.